love waiting.
Don't see it up on the YouTube. He's got too much power to throw a 14 speed.
All right, let me get this music off here, and we are live, folks. Welcome
this
to.
Is a bag.
I don't know
For
what I'm
Steve,
watching here.
This bag gives him food cred because
Oh,
now
yeah, I get
everyone
YouTube ads
knows that
playing.
when they have that craving, well, they just need to follow Steve.
Just a second. So who knew that the YouTube ads would play like on my own stream?
Huh.
When I was watching the chat, yeah. I should probably watch it from a different thing. Okay, we are all set here, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about the delay here. We're only a couple minutes late. We fixed the little technical difficulties, and we are up and going. And I bring to you our first ever live Q&A that we've done here for Underground Interviews, and we have a really special guest, and that's this guy right other side that way, Austin Turner. So we're going to be doing the giveaways here in a little bit. We're going to get started with some questions. Do you have anything off the top of your head that you want to ask us? And then we'll get into some questions from everybody else. I know I'm putting you on the spot here.
I don't have any pressing questions offhand here. Just pumped to dive into our live Q&A. Some technical difficulties to kick it off, which is kind of funny. I mean, we're still figuring this stuff out, and thanks to Austin, especially for joining us as we continue to figure these things out. And we'll definitely do better in the future on this stuff too. But thanks to Austin for joining us.
Before we get to you, Austin, can I ask everybody for a big favor, real quick? So I kind of messed up with this stuff, and I've got the wrong stream key in, so we're using a different link for this. Can you guys share that link for me so that we can get some more people in here? I'm sure that we're trying to get people pulled from the other one quick enough, so we've been sharing a link all week. That's not the right link. Yeah, I know, bad me. But if we can get those shares out there, we're at 48 people. Get to 100 people, we'll bust that box open, and we'll start our giveaways. Cool?
No, bust that box open now.
What? No, Austin, restraint. I have a safety box cutter here. 100% safe on underground interviews.
Perfect. We don't need any.
So you guys start shooting your questions in here into the chat. Anything that you guys want to hear from Austin. So first thing I want to get started with, how excited and how pumped are you for the RV and with Yuli and Earhart?
Well, first off, I want to say it's going to be great not having to sleep on a couch every weekend. House crashing, hotel crashing, we're going to have a home on wheels, that's roomy for, 3 or 4 people.
Yeah.
It's going to be good, after a round, especially to go in and just relax, sit down, just relax and, take a break and, kind of think about how the round went, whether it went good or bad, and, just have a good time.
Grab your juice or your protein shake, whatever you need to refuel or cool down between rounds.
So we got questions coming in already. Before we get too far behind, we're going to shoot some of these off kind of rapid fire. So give us some quick answers if you can here. Nathan Cameron asks, Austin, if you had to putt a whole round with a distance driver, what distance driver would that be?
Ooh, nuke.
A nuke. Why a nuke? I want to know why. I need to know why on this one.
Just because it's easy to Anheuser. I mean, you know what it's going to do. You throw a little Anheuser, it's going to hyzer out. Probably hit dead center most of the time. Might spit out a couple times, but hey, that's the risk you got with putting with a driver.
Awesome. Wes, if you see anything in here in the chat, feel free to grab them and shoot them out as well, man. I know they're going to be coming in pretty quick.
Yeah. We got, I think, a good one we got from Tony. Give us a little preview of what's in the bag for 2019 Austin Turner Tour.
So 2019, I've added a couple new additions. We're looking at the ESP Undertaker, a Z Tracker, and what is the other one? I think I added a new Comet in the bag too. So the Comet's not new, but the Tracker and the Undertaker are new. Tracker kind of flies like my old 11-time Eagles, which I really love for hyzer flips and whatnot. And Undertaker is just a little straighter, more power to them. So two new additions that are working out well.
What plastic Comet?
ESP.
ESPs? Nice.
Okay. Rec Rob, what is the most difficult thing about being a lefty do you encounter on tour?
That's a good question. I mean, we see a couple stops on tour where the courses are just meant. They're a perfect dream for a righty hyzer, like 450 feet. Especially GBO is one of them in particular where I struggle at a lot because it's 30-mile-an-hour winds. Every hole seems to be 400 to 600 feet, and you have to throw a bomb sidearm, which I can throw a decent sidearm, but I can't control it after around like 400 for it to do what I need it to do. So it's kind of iffy at that point. It's kind of hard, but I don't know. I like hearing everybody say, "Oh, you're a cheater for throwing these lefty lines and whatnot." I'm like, hey, most of the courses are even. Just because there's a lefty hole doesn't mean I'm going to hit the line every time. So,
well, most courses are designed by righties too, so I don't think people take that really into account. That a lot of the pro tour courses are designed to test you on all lines and stuff, but a lot of the older courses that are several years old, I feel like, were designed by righties, and so they have maybe more righty hyzers than lefty hyzers.
That is true.
I think good question here from our buddy Adam, who helps out at a lot of the Discraft events. When a hole calls for it, how do you choose between a hammer and a sidearm? What are some kind of factors that you go through in your mind? Am I going to throw a forehand here, or am I going to throw my comet?
I mainly throw a comet if the hole's pretty straight or it turns just a little bit to the left. Because when I throw a comet, I like to hyzer flip it a lot. I'm in Charlotte, so we live in the woods, and I have to experience a lot of hyzer flipping, a lot of manipulating shots. But if it's pretty straight, I'll throw a comet. If there's any more bend to the left, you'll see me throw out a sidearm. I throw sidearms, flat hyzer and hyzer, sometimes rollers. So if I can, I'll go with the sidearm all the time. But if it's a nice straight shot, pull out a comet.
Nice. Jeremy wants to know, are you still throwing the 10-year that you hit your ace with at USDGC?
Hey, Austin, you hear that while you're grabbing this? Oh, you can't really hear it. This is packed tight.
You mean this one?
That one.
Yeah, this is my baby. I mean, the only reason why it's out right now is because it got cold, and I didn't want to leave it in the car, so I just forgot to put it back in the bag. But this one will stay in the bag until it basically shatters.
Got to take care of your baby in the winter. Keep it warm.
Oh yes, this one's never leaving.
Perfect.
So, what was your favorite course of 2018? And that was asked by Scott Niven.
Favorite course? Well, one of my favorite courses is the Nantucket Disc Golf Course on the beautiful Nantucket Island. The course is super scenic. There's grass all in the fairways year round. Just the shots and the lines and everything out there are there's not much to get into trouble to. The lines are really forgiving, and it's a beautiful course.
How many discs do you think are in here, Austin? 4.6 pounds.
I'm going to say 15.
15.
As someone who ships a lot of things, I know a disc is about half a pound. So I'm going to say somewhere around 10.
Some people are shouting out some numbers here. Xander says there's 6, but I think did you have a question pulled? What?
Yeah, I got a couple. I'm loading some up here.
Yeah, go ahead. Shout one
out. Leland Whiting. He wants to know, with a big player coming to your team, he mentions Macbeth. Obviously, we got a lot of big names coming this off season. Are you going to be trying out some different discs, maybe some of the Macbeth line? Or are you going to kind of stick to what you've been working with here in the off season and last year?
So I did watch the video, and I will say hats off. It was a great video.
Yeah.
The one addition that I got from that was the Undertaker. Just the way I saw him throw it. I threw them when they first came out, the first runs, but they were kind of swirly for me. I would throw one and it kind of hyzered, and I threw one and it turned over. So I'm like, I don't really like this that much, but after the years of it coming out, it came a little more consistent. So I heard a lot of people talking about the ESP ones, and that was really the one that I watched from this video that's kind of, been in my bag for the last month now.
Are you going to test out any of the this first run, the forces or the buzzes, any of the other stuff with Paul's name on there?
Oh, you already know I ordered some forces and buzzes. Those are on the way.
Oh, yeah. Got to get some.
Underground member, I seen he just threw up a question. Andrew Trayer, what are your pregame rituals a few hours prior to a tournament? Anything weird that you do? This is what I do. I always eat 4 marshmallows every tournament.
Well,
everybody stretches.
The one time I actually wake up early is for the day of a tournament. So I wake up, around 7:30 every day. I mean, depending on my tea time, I'll probably wake up around 6 to 7:30, eat some breakfast, stretch before I leave the house. Gotta pick out the fit, gotta look good on the course, and then on the way to the course, listen to some music, jam out a little bit, get to the course, stretch some more, make sure my body's nice and loose. I like to hit the practice field for about 15-20 minutes to warm up on my shots and throw some drives and mid ranges and whatnot, and then I head to the putting field for about another 10 to 15 minutes, and then the round starts. So that's normally how each day goes.
Pretty good day. Hey guys, real quick, 80 people is what we're at. Again, if you are new to the stream, go ahead and give me a share on this link if you can, because I shared the wrong one all week, and I really appreciate it. We get to 100 people, 20 more. We're gonna crack open this box. We're going to give something away. We're gonna see what's inside the box.
Sweet.
I'm pretty stoked. Austin's idea to do the unboxing of this on his stream. So
Yeah, share that link, boys.
all right. I'm sure you've probably got another question here, Wes. I asked last one.
So our pal Scott Cruz on the board says, if you only have to pick one, who's your favorite, Pat or Wes?
Oh boy, we're shooting shots early. I don't like this.
Let's go.
I would have to say Wes, just because I've interacted with Wes a little more.
Yeah, but he has never revived you on Fortnite. He has never came there and rescued you. He didn't build a wall around you and shotgun people away, Austin. He wasn't there in the trenches with you.
This is true, but we also didn't win a game together, so.
Hey, that's funny.
Next time, no revive. I'm just going to go off and do my thing, and I'm going to showboat, and I'm going to get the solo win, and you can just kick rocks, dude.
Next time.
Man, it's just going to be me and Haley from now on. I know I'm her favorite.
Couple more questions. We got cheating lefty. I forget his real name, but he's wondering if you're gonna make it to the Majestic this year.
Majestic? I'm not sure. I don't really know our schedule in the summertime, so
All right.
it's a 50-50.
I think I already know the answer to this, but Jason Kruger, aka Pounce, is there one tournament that you would really like to win the most?
Obviously, Worlds.
Gotta be Worlds, right?
Worlds has to be the biggest one. If not Worlds, then my focus goes straight towards USDGC.
Yeah. Are those for you really the two most prestigious tournaments in disc golf, with so much history, so much one time, two time tied to the victors? Are those really the two biggest tournaments of the year for you?
Absolutely. I mean, if you win a world title, I mean, you get your name on a disc. That's on the disc for basically the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And then USDGC. I mean, either one, just having a US title or a world title, to me means the most. I mean, I won AM Worlds in 2015. Which is still a great victory. It was one of the biggest wins that I've had, but it's still AM Worlds to me. And I want to get that pro world title against all the big names. I want to show myself that I can win a world title, but rather than winning like a B tier or an A tier, or, even a pro tour. But my main focus is definitely on Worlds and US every year.
Okay. Dustin Delaney, PDGA number 89476 on here, says he's got a nice beat up AT Force, and that thing is money.
It's probably a pink sparkle one, I would guess. I'm just taking a guess, but I'm gonna say pink sparkle is what he has.
People love those pink sparkle ones for whatever reason.
How about Europe? That's one that's here I've seen that I was actually thinking about asking.
Yeah.
Europe at all? Any plans traveling overseas for any events?
85% positive that I'll be at the European Open this year.
Okay, Zach Patrick will be glad to know that.
And maybe a week before, I might go to Estonia again for the Estonian Open, as long as I don't get hit in the face again. So.
Oh, he said yes. Pink sparkle. Pink sparkle. Yeah. It is.
Sparkle.
Score.
So Brian Wolf, one of our underground members, I thought there's been this interesting kind of relationship. You got your Wolf stamp. He runs Wolfpack discs. Brian is wondering if you'd like to add another small sponsorship to your name.
Ooh.
We can talk about it.
There you go, Brian.
I like it.
It'd be a good fit. He's a nice guy. We got I think it's Jesus Borzik, who is a pro that you looked up to before or even after you turned pro yourself.
Well, growing up in Charlotte, we have a good variety of top pros. The first one that I really knew of was Barry. Just because I used to go on and play it again, and I see leopards and beasts, I'm like, who the heck is this guy? And then I look him up, I'm like, oh crap, he's from Charlotte. So I definitely looked up after him, and I still play with him every once in a while, and he
Nice.
beats me up. Jesus,
He's
good.
he's so good for a Masters player. I got to see him at Masters Worlds in Grand Rapids. I think 2 years ago,
Nice.
and not only is he an incredible player, but he's like the nicest dude ever. Like,
He's nice when he talks. Most of the time he has his
yeah,
earbuds in, but when he talks,
yeah,
he's pretty awesome.
yeah. He won.
And the second guy would probably be Germ. He was the second guy I kind of met. I used to throw Discraft when I first started, and once I saw there was a Discraft Pro in Charlotte, I wanted to meet him and kind of figure out like what he throws and whatnot, and after the years go by, that's kind of how me and him started traveling together the last
Nice.
2 years.
Okay, I got a
Nice.
question for Wes here. Actually,
Sure.
asked by anonymous. Who has better lefty? Whose lefty form is cleaner looking? Ben Callaway's or Austin Turner's? Answer it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Pick one and see how that feels.
Yeah, it's got to be Austin. I mean, I've seen him throw pretty far, and it's got to be Austin.
Okay, so Austin's lefty form or Ben's righty form?
Ooh.
Wes, I had your back in that last.
I'm making you go there. I am making you go there. I wish I had a video so we could just put up Ben throwing.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I caddied for Ben at Ledgestone, and he doesn't look like he's trying, and all of a sudden the disc is 500 feet. But I've also seen Austin cook one 550.
Hey, I have changed my form a little bit, so it's a little smoother now. Just
Okay, I can't even answer that one. That one is that's a coin flip. That's a coin flip.
I bet that was the question too.
I think that's what Austin meant to say earlier, is that he couldn't answer that question about between me or Wes.
That maybe we'll get them together this year, maybe at the Memorial or something. We can do some fun video, a little side by side throwing, and I can get some video while we're out there, and we'll let the people decide. How about that one?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll see if I'm a better caddy for Ben. I'll actually carry Ben from hole to hole so that he doesn't get too exhausted.
There you go. We got a question from Scott Cruz. Is there a course you're looking forward to playing the most this year, whether it's one you've been to or maybe a new one?
I always have a good time at Memorial. I love Vista. And I really look forward to Daylight every year too. Daylight
Nice.
is such an iconic course. The lines are fun. The challenge is great. The rollaways are even better. So yeah.
Nice. We got another one from Sperry Disc Golf. I think that's Ryan Sperry. He says, "What's up, Austin? With Worlds coming to Utah, will you make it back to the Utah Open this year?"
Utah Open this year, I should be there.
Nice.
Last year I didn't go just because it was my birthday and I wanted to spend time with my family during my birthday this past year. But Utah would definitely be on the list this year.
Nice. We got a couple people wondering kind of your thoughts about the Raptor. I know we had talked about it a little bit kind of before we had come on here, but what are kind of your general thoughts on the Raptor? Where do you see it maybe fitting into your bag, maybe not fitting into your bag?
The Raptor is a really good disc to our lineup. Maybe not to my bag. I've thrown it a couple times. I mean, it feels great in the hand. Very overstable. Which everyone needs a very overstable fairway driver in their bag. But I've thrown the Machete since it came out, and to me, nothing beats the Machete with just how fast it is, and I can get it to go a little farther if I'm throwing standstills, more distance on sidearms.
Yeah.
So right now, the Raptor is not making the bag. Maybe I'll try that again in a couple months, but for now, the Machete is going to be in the bag.
Yeah, Machete definitely a little faster. Right? We've seen kind of seen it described as the Raptor described as the Machete's little brother, so a little bit slower. Machete and I think they're close, but the Raptor definitely is a little bit slower, and I think a really good addition for that stable fairway that we were.
Follow-up question to that from Comish 2009. What would you compare that to the Predator? Do you throw Preds? Have you thrown Preds, Austin? And what's your thoughts?
I used to throw Preds all the time. So we're comparing the Raptor to the Predator?
Yep.
I would say the Raptor is a little more overstable, a little less glide. Predator, normally out of the box, they are stable, but you can get a decent amount of glide out of them. once you beat them in, they kind of fly like a brand new vulture in a way, which obviously is my favorite disc ever. But I would just say the Raptor has a little less glide, just a little more stable.
Question, another one from Nathan Cameron. What up-and-comer should we keep an eye on? I think we could even translate this to, what new Discraft sign are you kind of most excited about?
New Discraft player. I really like Austin Hannum.
Yeah.
We're going to be seeing some Austin and Austin videos this year.
Nice.
Who else have we gotten? I'm really happy to get Vanessa Van Dyken this year, too. A good addition to our women's team.
Yeah, I felt like we really needed another good piece for our women's team, and I got to hang out with her a little bit at U.S. Women's, and she is so nice and just poised to have a really good season this year. She finished really strong, so I am really excited that we got her and to see what she can do. I think she's really going to come out firing beginning of the season.
Yeah. And definitely both of our Pauls.
Paul Squared, Paul Craft.
Yeah, and all the Patricks.
All
the Patricks.
We've reached 101.
We hit it.
101.
We hit it, guys. So let's bust this bad boy open. Let me kind of turn the camera a little bit more down here on this. All right. So this, so I'm going to give you guys some exciting news about this. I actually spoke with Bob Julio, and he decided that we thought it would be a great fit for disc. Did I say his name right?
Julio.
It's not all fancy.
Nope.
He sounds so much fancier the other way. Now it's like less fancy. So I spoke with Bob. We'll just call him Bob. Ooh, my gosh. Okay, so already there's a lot of good stuff. And he's decided that we're going to have Discraft actually sponsor the giveaways on the show and give that a try. So first thing that I got in here when I opened this bad boy is, oh my gosh, stickers galore. So we're going to be giving out, throughout the next interviews, lots and lots of stickers with stuff.
Dude, we could cover the Challenger with that.
You could cover anything with that.
Challenger wrap?
Ringer GT. This is the first thing that we got out of the box in Z-Flex plastic. Feels
nice.
Feels pretty good. Throw that bad boy down there.
Those are money for little forehands.
You got any guesses to what's going to be in here, Austin? You want to guess anything? Is it Z-Flex Heat?
I'm going to guess the rest of them are 10-year buzzes.
We have a 10-year buzz?
Is that a force?
Nope. Swirly ESP Nuke SS. Look at the swirls in that guy. A little bit of hyzer on this thing. Wes loves them.
Those if it's the same ones that I was testing, they came out a little bit domey and are on hyzer flips. Those things can boom.
Is that a zombie?
Zombie! Big Z zombie.
Nice.
Very, very nice.
Revitalized.
First run Vulture.
There we go.
Z Vulture. Austin's digging that. He is all about that. We have a flag dyed Buzz here.
Dope.
We have a Jawbreaker Banger GT with the graffiti Discraft stamp on it.
Wait, I need that.
Wes does not get that. Wes can enter the contest, and I'll see if I pick Wes to do a giveaway to give him one of these discs. Feel free to enter, Wes, and we'll see if I choose you.
It's viewing right now, so
that's true.
Undertaker in titanium plastic. So while I'm finishing showing up these discs, I want you guys to start shouting out an answer here. So the first disc that we're going to give away, talk to us about Austin Turner's maximum distance. I want you to guess the farthest throw that he has ever thrown. He's going to give you guys hints along the way. If Wes, you want to shout out numbers and stuff as they're coming in. First person to get it right, we're going to let you take your pick out of this box.
Ooh, choice of.
Oh, look at this thing. I guess I better come down here with it. Nate Doss Buzz? Yeah.
What?
What? And we end it with our last disc here. This is the Prody Wasp. And you may think a little weird in Pro D. These things actually fly really, really good in Pro D plastic.
Is that really a Pro D Wasp?
Yes.
Is it an old school one, or is that the new one?
Or is this? No, this might be. I was just reading the stamp. No, actually, I think. Okay, so I think this is. I'm 99% sure this is actually ESP plastic with a Pro D stamp on it.
Oh, it's probably the Ledgestone edition ones.
It is.
Those are money.
Yeah, because this is not. I was just reading off of it, but yeah, this definitely feels like ESP.
I'm gonna read off some of our answers here.
So pretty sick.
Longest throw, we got 625.
You just probably don't want to look at my pants all day.
We got 590, 525, 527, 650.
Up or down, Austin? Where are we going here?
Hey, just remember, if you've watched Utah coverage, I have thrown a hyzer 550 once. That's a hyzer.
It's pure hyzer.
Am I not lined up yet?
Nope, not yet. That's better.
Right.
772, 553, 612, 625, 620.
620. Who got that
620. Someone hit it right on the notch with 620. That is my farthest shot I've ever thrown.
Who got that?
That is Rec Rob, got in just before Jeremy Stewart.
Rec Rob, shoot me a PM on Facebook with some information to get you a disc and what disc you would like. If you need me to show you some more right now, just let me know what you want to see. If you want to look at something again, I can show you it while we're continuing this. But congrats there, Rec Rob. We're going to be giving away something else here in a little bit, too. I'm going to throw you in a sticker there. Did we have anything close? Any, like, 625s or anything like that you had read off?
Yeah, there was actually a couple 620s in there.
Anything that was in the 620s, we're gonna shoot you a sticker. So, again, add me to Facebook, shoot me a message. Let me know what it was. Wes, did you have a couple names we could shout out there? For these
let me scroll up. We had a bunch of guesses here. This was awesome.
Let's see what we had in the anything in the 620s there before you answered.
Dave Hickson, 625.
Dave, shoot me a message. Add me on Facebook.
Adam Geis with 619 was super close.
We're giving him it. Yeah, we're gonna give him it. Adam.
We got Jesus Borzik, 620. Zach Pagak.
Did he get 620 first or no?
625. No, Rec Rob had 620.
Okay, I thought Rec Rob had it first. So
Dave Chapman, 625. Jeremy Stewart,
shoot me
620.
a message, guys. I'll get some envelopes and I'll get some stamps and I'll get these guys out in the mail to you. Got some Buzz stickers.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Bunch of good 600.
Older X-Nuke, by the way.
X-Nuke?
Older X-Nuke, yeah. Nice and pop.
Zach, you had 625. Shoot me a message, man.
People sleep on those X-Nukes, but I got one sitting here right next to my desk.
Johnny Mac, give me your question, buddy. Let's keep some questions going.
Do not throw them in the woods because they will turn into rollers after about 2 throws.
So we'll jump back to some questions. Andrew Trayer wants to know, do you change up your putters when it's really windy, 20-mile-per-hour winds or more?
It honestly just depends. I did last year at Vegas. I was putting with a Ringer GT for like the first round, but normally I don't. I just normally use the same roaches I keep using.
Nice.
Just gotta switch up the angles and everything.
Yeah, change up your aiming point a little bit. Peter Soroka would like to know, what is your best advice for newer players?
Don't try throwing far and overstable plastic. Always try to get something a little slower, maybe like a mid-range or a fairway driver. Learn the angles, learn your form, get all the consistency down, and then kind of work your way up to like the faster speed drivers.
Yeah, I think a lot of when I was kind of still learning myself, the Heat and the Mantis were like my go-to drivers when I was throwing, 325, maybe even a little bit less at times. But the Heat and the Mantis were awesome. I think you could probably throw the Zombie sort of in that same conversation, a little bit slower disc, but something that newer players are still going to really get some good distance out of.
The Heat's pretty sick. I like the Heat.
Heat's pretty sick. Michael would like to know, what do you do with your old putters after you retire them?
What do I do with my old putters?
Yeah.
They normally go back in these bins back here.
So you keep them around?
Or I just use them as older practice putters.
Lyle would like to know if you think you might be trading in your roaches for Paul's first disc in his lineup, the Luna.
The Luna.
Yeah, big negative there.
Sticking with the roaches?
Yeah, I've been with him for too long. I'm not giving him up now.
It's a love relationship.
Do you, Zach P, would like to know if maybe you guys have any plans to do something kind of like Simon and Eagle are doing with their, or like the physics of flight with DD, but any sort of video series type stuff while you guys are on the road?
You will be seeing a lot of different videos from us while we're traveling. I guarantee that. I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna do something big.
So lifestyle series on the road, maybe.
So, I wouldn't say big, but I would say kind of funny, maybe a little stupid, not too stupid. Definitely some disc golf stuff, some daily life stuff, after tournament stuff, whatever. We're gonna be getting it on film.
So I had a little question that we had asked Paul, and we had asked him if the RV broke down and had a flat tire, who he would have change it, you or Brian? And his response, I don't know if you watched that video, his response was Brian because he didn't want another flat tire a mile down the road. How many miles do you think you would get before we would see that flat tire again? I think you would get further than one.
Absolutely.
Do you think you could make it all the way?
I've only ever had one flat tire in my life.
And you
only because it ran over a nail.
Did you change it?
No, because it still had air in it, luckily.
Okay, so as long as the tire has air in it, the RV just keeps going.
I just went down to the shop and got a plug in it, and I got new tires like a week later.
I just want to let you guys know that's the reason Uli is team captain. He makes smart decisions. Smart decisions.
We got a good question here from Waylon. When did you start playing, and at what point in your career were you debating on turning?
So I started playing 9 years ago in 2010. I was 11 years old. I was a big baseball player. I started playing when I was like 4 years old to 11, and then I snapped my ankle in first base that same year. So my baseball career kind of drifted away. When I was actually 5, me and my grandpa went to Dick's, and I wanted to buy a frisbee to play catch with. And of course, I ended up buying a shark, not knowing that it was a disc golf disc instead of a catch frisbee.
Nice.
So we went out to the field, and I started throwing. I'm like, why does this thing hurt when I catch it? Like, this isn't fun. So I got it, and then I put it away in the garage for about 6 years, and then I found it again. And I live right across the street from a little 9-hole course, so I just walked over there, started playing, and after that, I kept going to Dick's and buying some DX plastic, and finally upgraded. And after that, I started watching YouTube every day for about 3 hours, going to travel with my dad and my mom to play. And then I started going to local leagues, met some people who would pick me up from my house to go play because I couldn't drive yet. And then after that, I just started playing competitively, and I got to a point to my senior year or my junior year when I won Worlds that I kind of had a feeling that I could travel around and I cash in a couple tournaments.
Nice.
And then the next year I won my first A tier against Climo in Florida. And then
Woo-hoo.
after that, I kind of decided that I could maybe do something. So I went on tour the next year, and here we are now.
I like it. It's a really different story than what I think Wes and I have heard on quite a few of the interviews that we go. It seems like a lot of the people, kind of get welcomed into their local club or group, and they've got a group of people helping them develop their game along the way, and ultimately excelling pretty quick and kind of leading to, hey, I'm an AM, a year later I'm a pro kind of thing. I didn't have
a mentor for 2 years, I would say, when I started playing.
Wow.
I was an 11-year-old going across the street to play disc golf. No one wants to play with an 11-year-old.
So
I was hanging out by myself, and then what it was just watching YouTube videos every day is what what I learned, and I focused on the mechanics and everything, and I just started using it.
Okay. Michael Dieter, kind of a local guy for me. He wants to know what's up with that funnel on your basket back there.
It's for my oil.
He's got a Challenger. It's for his oil.
Not really, but we're just going to say it's for oil.
We got a bunch of questions queued up here. Chris Mazzino, who's a local guy for me here. What is your favorite plastic for the Wasp, if you could only pick one?
Z.
Z plastic. Rec Rob, what would you consider a good season this year?
Playing better than I did last year.
Easy to do.
And 2017.
And 2017, that's better. I like that. Discraft Kid, one of our underground guys, which bag are you going with this year? Are you going to stick with the Buzz bag or switch to one of the new bags?
I actually have a all black grip bag right now that I'm using.
Nice. Crystal.
I might switch to one of the new ones. I'm not sure yet.
They're pretty cool. Crystal would like to know, do you prefer Ponder or Toboggan?
Ponder.
Oh,
that's my favorite private course I ever played.
Nice. Our friend Lyle Downing, how much time do you put into practice, field work, workout, putting routine, daily, weekly, whatever?
I practice putt every day, since I have 2 baskets in my room. So they're set about 25 feet apart. So I'm at least putting for about 30 minutes, and then I'll go out and throw normally at least 3 to 4 times a week, just because it's pouring down rain here in North Carolina every day.
We got a guy, Jeremy Novak, says he's going to be out at the Memorial, about 1,000 rated guy. Said hit him up if you need a lefty practice buddy at the Memorial.
Let's do it.
There you go.
So, great question just came up from Richard Roberts. He's a pretty long-time fan and supporter of the show. Any suggestions for my 9-year-old son just starting out as you did at 11?
Have fun. You know, you have your whole life to figure out what you want to do, especially to be a 9. So you just go out and have fun and, see where it takes you.
What discs would you recommend to a 9-year-old?
I would recommend mid-ranges to start off with. I've seen a lot of kids younger who start off sidearm, which I don't know if you guys see that too, but I see a lot of kids throwing sidearms when they first start.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say start off with mid-ranges and putters. And then, after, a couple weeks or so, if they're liking them, let them try out a faster driver or a fairway driver. Maybe a AT Vulture, who knows?
A lightweight AT Vulture? That'd be a good one.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good.
Andrew Trayer would like to know, do you have any advice for somebody who is just bumping up from AM1 to Open this year?
I would say watch what the top pros are doing. When I first got in, I thought I just wanted to cash. Honestly, I didn't go into a tournament thinking I was going to win. I was 960, 970 rated, and we have 1,030 rated pros here. So trying to win a tournament around here is not easy. But I would say, just keep practicing, watch what they do, kind of get some advice from them, and then just keep going with it.
I like the just shoot to make the cash line, especially for new Open players. If you're hitting that cash line early on, then you're gonna only really build from there.
Should we give something away again? We're about 45 minutes in or so.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Got another question for you. So, Austin, I have heard that your mom is quite the collector of 10-year buzzes.
Yep.
So, chat, what I'm asking you to do is guess how many 10-year buzzes are in his mom's collection. First person to get it right gets a disc.
And if anybody has a dark green 10-year, I am looking to buy one as a gift for her, because I know she probably won't watch this. So. All right, Michael Dieter shooting it out at 29. Still looking for the number here. There we go. I think we got it here with Andrew Trayer.
Yep.
At 24. Andrew, hit me up on Facebook. You're going to get whatever disc Rec Rob doesn't want. Whatever you get to pick after him. He gets first dibs though. He's got first dibs. Did we have anybody else close there?
Oh yeah,
Within-
there was a ton of
Let's do within 3. That's a tight number. I don't want to mail out stickers all weekend either. So
we got Dave Hickson 25, Xander Zit at 25.
shoot
Scott
me messages,
Steer.
guys. Add me to Facebook. Shoot me a message. Let me know that you are getting a sticker. Don't try to lie to me and say that you got a video or that you got a disc because I know the people that won discs. And if you're not those names, I'm gonna be upset with you and disappointed.
Yeah. Oh, you can come back and look at chat too. 319 Productions, Adam Geis.
Adam doesn't want his. He already said he didn't want his earlier. So
Chris Vizino with 23, and then after that it looks like it bounced around a little bit.
awesome. Let's get some more questions going though. What do you guys think about that? Oh, if you guys are new to the channel and you haven't had a chance to subscribe, make sure you guys subscribe. You guys are doing awesome, giving us your feedback and everything on Facebook,
hit that
Instagram.
bell while you're at it too. You know?
Hit that bell.
Running.
Do what Austin says. Hit the bell. All the good stuff. Give the video a like. All of it helps us out, keeps us motivated whenever you're going through hours of editing and stuff like that. So,
yeah,
awesome. So, do we have some more questions coming in?
Yeah, we got.
How's your back? Adam's asked that a couple times. How's your back feeling? I know last year you had some back issues.
My back. So I went to about 7 doctors to figure out what was wrong. My hips are over-rotated, just from constant throwing motion over the years. I like to throw a lot of hyzers, so I think a lot of it's coming from the hyzers. But I'm doing really hard rehab for the last month and a half, and I have about another 4.5 months till it's fully healed. But I've seen a breakthrough, and the last week or so I haven't had any pain while throwing. So good news for that, and hopefully it stays gone.
Score. It's good news. Good news for 2019 for Austin.
Not fun. It's not fun for sure.
Injuries are any athlete's kind of worst nightmare, so we're happy that you're doing better on that road to recovery. Won a tournament last weekend?
Tuesday.
Won a tournament Tuesday just for funsies?
Yeah, a little doubles tournament.
Nice.
Went out with my buddy Josh Ritchie, and yeah, we took it down.
Chris Leahy would like to know, 1 disc round at US DGC 10-year buzz or AT Vulture?
10-year buzz.
Dustin Delaney would like to know if you could put your name on any other disc aside from the pick.
Roach.
Lyle, favorite sport other than disc golf?
Favorite sport to play, I'd say baseball. Favorite sport to watch is basketball.
Oh, I thought for sure you'd go with football with the double Titan gear hanging around.
Yeah, it's basketball and football are both. They're tied.
So, Discraft Kid wants to know first Discraft disc.
First Discraft disc ever was I think actually, yeah. Nope, there it is.
Grab that disc over your left shoulder, too. Somebody asked about that earlier, too.
Left shoulder?
Yep, hanging on the wall. They want to know what it is.
That one?
Yep. If it's not Discraft, just say the name.
My first disc ever was a Supercolor Surge ESP one.
Nice.
This thing was my go-to everything. And the one on the wall is my Nantucket Open first place trophy from 2017.
Nice. I don't know who asked about that. I know somebody had asked about that earlier, so I'm glad that we were able to kind of squeeze it in here for you.
It's an anchor, if you guys wanted to know.
Michael would like to know, do you think the Meteor is the best mid for beginners?
Either the Meteor or the Comet.
Rob White would like to know, are you interested in the Kong, and do you see it possibly making your bag this year?
Yeah.
That's a definite yes.
I'm really excited about that.
All right. Benny Stanton Calloway wants to know if you could do 25 push-ups right now.
I mean, you can't see it because I'm on my bed right now, but
Next video, we'll do it. We'll do it.
I can record it and then post it.
Why don't you shout out your Instagram? You can take a Instagram video and post it for them on there.
Oh, first of all, 25 is too easy. I will say that.
What?
Too easy. I'm going upwards to 50 to 60.
Let's go.
I'm going upwards to 5 or 6.
If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, that is Austin_Dwight. I try to post almost every day. I'm doing a couple giveaways. Got some brand new grip bags over here to give away. And if you guys want to join and see my life unfold, go to Austin_Dwight on Instagram.
I think this is going to be the most exciting year in your disc golf career. Wouldn't you agree with that?
Oh, I know it's going to be.
And you can follow it on Instagram. I'm sure it's going to be interesting. I mean, it's just you and Yuli and Earhart. Those are just like personalities all stuffed into an RV.
You're going to see some weird stuff, but you might laugh at it a couple times too. But
anything Brian does, I think people
we'll
are
have
going
some
to like
content for sure.
Like, I feel like they put Yuli to babysit you and Brian.
Hey,
I really do.
If I get 10,000 followers, and by the next 3 months, I will smash his guitar on the ground.
Ooh.
Wow, that's.
Everybody freeze at 9999 so we can hear that sweet Brian Earhart music.
You know what, Wes? I think at that point we're going to sell some plastic and we are going to buy Brian a better guitar.
We'll fundraise for him.
Let me know what you think, chat. Would we want to raise some money and get Brian a better guitar if this guy, Austin Turner here, smashed his guitar?
He's got a great voice. Andrew Mills would like to know, is Barham better than you at Fortnite?
I don't know. I've never.
Can I answer that question? I have played with both. Sure. I have played with Barham, and I have played with Austin, and Barham is better.
Ooh.
Tell him to 1v1 me in Playground. See.
You know what? I can stream it live. I'll just follow you guys around and we'll stream this 1v1. I'll do commentary. I used to be a professional video game commentary for those in chat that didn't know, so I would be very good at doing that.
Derek Lilly would like to know, this was a good question, what would your ideal lead card be at any major this year? Who would you most want to have on your card as your other 3 card mates?
Macbeth, Simon, and James Conrad.
Oh, not who I might have thought.
What is newest mold in your bag? Was that what you were going to ask? That's what I was asking.
Nope.
Michael Dieter wants to know, and I know he's posted it a couple times, so I want to make sure I get this question out here. What is the newest mold in your bag?
Newest mold would be the Tracker.
Nice. What do you use for your sidearm forehand grip? Stat grip, a little fan grip?
Well, perfect. I have a disc here. So when I flick, I'm actually like flicking people off almost.
I think I might have to edit that out. I think I'm supposed to blur. Maybe I have to blur that. I don't.
Well, it's kind of hard, but it's
Don't report my video.
Is what I use.
That is not a grip I have seen before myself.
I'm gonna try to do that without flipping everybody off. So I do that, and then that.
Kind of a modified power grip.
No, like wait, like that's just the. I think I've done that grip before. That's just like the stacked grip, right? That's what you do.
Yeah, pretty much like that.
Yeah, I've seen that one done. I actually have people telling me I need to go to that because I'd still do this. But I like this. I don't know. I'm not very good at forehands. We're not talking about me.
Yeah, Papa Wolf said he uses the same grip, so he's on board. Nathan Cameron, Comet versus Meteor.
That's a hard one.
It's difficult.
I've had the Meteor in my bag for years, and once the new MJ Comets came out, the Meteor went out. Now the Comet's back in, but it honestly just depends what I'm feeling, you know. But from past experience, I would say the Meteor.
Nice. Jeremy Stewart, how many nukes are in your collection?
How many nukes in them?
Best guess.
Probably like 75.
Holy smokes. How many nukes are in your bag?
3.
Oh, nice. Forehand, backhand, both?
Only sidearms.
Only sidearms. A little Mark Ellis special.
All right, we got about 5 minutes left here to grab your guys' questions, so keep them coming in. I think we'll wrap it up in about 5 minutes. Sound cool?
Yeah, I think an hour is.
I think an
pretty
hour
good.
is fair.
We started a few minutes late, so we could go a couple.
If the questions keep coming in and they're good, we could go a couple minutes later. I can be persuaded.
Yeah, sounds good. If Rob White would like to know what your Instagram was again, if you want to shout that out one more time.
Pretty sure it's
Austin_Dwight. So like Dwight Howard, but just Austin_Dwight.
I threw it in chat.
Yeah. Dustin said, "What's the logo on Patrick's shirt?"
Ooh, I like the question. This is Iron Lion Disc Golf Supply on this side. Everything's backward. Iron Lion Disc Golf Supply. It's my local shop. I actually used to work there for a little bit. Pretty cool. But we host the Rumble each year, which is a pretty big A tier. So I'm going to plug it right now. Everybody come to the Rumble. I think it's silly, Austin, that you and Paul and Brian aren't coming to the Rumble. I'm already sad. Because I met Brian at the Rumble years ago.
So I can't even say anything about that. I didn't even know I wasn't going there.
I know that you weren't. I'm sad. I'm hoping that I can switch that around. I've got some persuading to do.
They don't actually talk to me. I just kind of do it when they say to do it. So.
Well, hopefully I didn't give out anything super secret there. I don't think I did though.
A couple other good ones. We got Discraft Kid, Crank, or Comet.
Comet.
Being a former baseball player, do you like or throw a lot of overhand?
No.
That's from Michigan Man. Andrew, what is your main driving putter?
Main driving putter would be ESP Challenger OS.
Liking the LSs.
I love the OSs.
Nice. What else do we got here? Rob White would like to know if you can only throw 3 discs for an entire round, what 3 are you grabbing?
I like this.
Vulture, Buzz, and Roach.
I think they're 3 good choices.
Yeah, I can get on board with those.
I think it would be hard to go away from anything but those. maybe Undertaker for Vulture.
Yeah,
just because I don't like Austin right now. We'll just go back to minute 3, first question or whatever that was. It ruined the whole entire Q&A.
It was minute 8. Most overstable roach plastic from
Big Z, I think.
That's what I would say too, just from what I've seen. A lot of people throwing. It seems like those Big Z ones came out pretty stable and have worked out as really good throwers.
Jeremy Stewart wants to know if you bag a zone.
No.
What?
I'm probably the only Discraft guy who doesn't have a zone in their bag.
Why? You just love the...
Buzz OS is 10 times better.
Oh, I feel like it's the other way around for me.
I have a zone. I have a sick underground stamp zone that's really good.
I mean, I have one of the sickest zones ever made, but it stays on the wall.
Oh.
Can you show it to us? Can we see it?
Yeah, but I can't show it.
Okay.
Cheater. What else do we got in here?
Cannot show it.
Chris would like to know, you kind of had mentioned you don't really know entirely what the schedule is for you guys, but Chris would like to know if you're going to be at the CCR Open.
That's the one that you run, isn't it?
It is.
I would imagine we're going to be there. If it's the week before D-Glow, I would imagine I'll be there.
Bob said you're probably going to be there. So.
All right, then I guess I'm going to be there.
Yeah, I think we haven't quite released it yet, but we're expecting a lot of the Discraft pros. It's going to be a big Discraft sponsored A tier right after Ledgestone, and Bob said he was definitely going to try and get the team there. We're actually going to reserve some spots for Team Discraft members since Discraft is sponsoring it. So if you guys don't get signed up right away and it happens to fill, we're going to have a couple reserved spots for you guys to make sure you get in. We appreciate Discraft a lot for everything they're contributing. We'll have Jomez there. We'll have UDisc Live. We love your stats. So shameless plug for CCR Open.
Anything you want to plug here, Austin, as we start to round down with the questions here?
Definitely my Instagram is one. That's where a lot of my good content comes from. Facebook, obviously, just Austin Turner. The biggest one, obviously, is these guys right here. I've been with them for 5 years now, and ever since, it's been one of the best decisions of my life. Everyone gets treated like family, and it's a good experience and a good place to be at. I definitely wouldn't be here without them. Want to shout out Supreme Flight. My boy John does a good job over there with his company. We have our Austin Turner Wolf Stamp Supreme Flight disc. Still on supremeflight.com, so make sure you check those out. And Grip EQ for keeping my back looking pretty good with these nice grip bags. So, yeah.
Okay. We did have some more questions. Who do you think is going to win Pro Worlds?
For the next 10 years, probably me.
Okay, I think that's a good chance.
Derek would like to know who's winning the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, I would have to say I'm going with the Rams.
Oh, interesting. You think they're kind of young team? I don't know if they can hold it together. Rec Rob, plugging an underground question. Since we have all these wonderful people watching right now, what are we going to see out of you guys this year on the channel? We'll definitely be doing, this live Q&A went really well. We've been over 100 watchers for a while to do our surprise, so we'll definitely work on doing some more of these. It's been really fun.
And interviews, guys. Interviews. We've got a lot of new people joining the team and a lot of hype around that. And part of this underground interviews is because I want these guys to be able to showcase themselves a little bit. Maybe they're not always given the opportunity. They're not going to be jumping on the biggest mainstream interview, but they're still out there going through the grind like everybody, putting up, good rounds, doing good stuff in tournaments. So, make sure you guys are checking out those interviews. You find out a lot of interesting stuff and some good hints and tips from these pro players traveling.
Yeah, we'll have some more kind of tourney, I think we're going to call them tournament rundowns, where we recap some of the top performances at the major tournaments, probably the first couple early season tournaments too. There's going to be a lot of excitement around the new team guys early in the season, so we'll do some recaps for those.
I got a series that I'm working on with Brian Earhart where we're actually going to go through and do a form analysis, and we're going to go through and kind of talk about some different stuff that he works with on his coaching. And because Brian Earhart's a phenomenal coach. He really has so much passion for the game that when he's teaching you something, it like motivates you and like you feel the fire inside to improve. And it's kind of cool to get a coach like that. And we're going to see kind of where I go throughout the season and how motivated he keeps me and what my form ends up looking like. So it's going to be interesting to have that on there. And we're going to have, I'm talking about getting a couple video game nights with Austin Turner, Tim Barham, Haley, some of the Discraft people on there, and maybe doing like some casual Q&A stuff like this while we play some video games or something. Just something kind of fun.
I'm down for that.
One fun question here, Scott Cruz. Anything we should be looking forward to this year from Discraft? Anything you wanna maybe tease but not give away too much?
Well, we're gonna have some new signature series plastic for this year.
Ooh.
I don't think we're gonna be doing ESP swirly anymore. We're gonna do hopefully something that looks amazing, but just a little better. But how good can you get better than an ESP swirly disc, right? So,
yeah,
if they could be better, you might want to get your wallets ready.
Oh man, we had another one on here. Are you a Star Wars fan? Have you been loving any of the new Star Wars stuff?
I don't really like the new stuff. I've watched all the old ones probably 3 or 4 times each.
Nice. So you're kind of a fan. You're gonna be bagging any of the new Star Wars stamps?
Hopefully. I want a Force.
Yeah, those Yoda Forces are probably my favorite.
I want one of the Darth Vader Forces.
Oh, get a black one with a little glitter stamp or something? That'd be sick.
No, I want one that I know I'm not gonna lose in the woods.
Dustin, do you bag a drone?
Heck
said you bagged a Buzz OS, and I've always felt like it's one or the other.
Don't let Andrew Presnell tell you that a drone is better than a Buzz OS, because it's not. Sorry, buddy, it's just not. He throws it very well. He throws that disc very well.
Are you
But
jealous a
Buzz
little
OS
bit?
is-
Like, so let me ask you this: if you could throw a drone as well as Andrew Presnell does, would you throw it?
No.
Fair answer, fair question.
I think you might. I've heard he's a little bit of a whiz with his drones.
All right, guys. I think we are running out of time here. We've already taken up a little over an hour. So again, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so that every time we come on with a video, you guys, the notification squad is what I will call you. You guys are our underground notification squad. You guys are doing awesome. Every time we put a new video up, it's just like, boom, 100 views, 150 views right away, and I'm seeing it from the notification. So you guys are putting that bell on. It is awesome to see it every time. So thank you guys so much for that. We've got a couple discs that we're getting ready to be shipping out, lots of stickers, so I'm going to try to get caught up on that. Should be shipping them out Monday morning, I would say, for you. So stay tuned for that. And I think that's about it. So remember, subscribe, comment, like the video, do all that stuff. Wes, what's important for them to do?
You gotta make that putt. Make that putt.
Make that putt. Austin, what do you got to do? Just say
Go
make
to
that
wall?
putt. No, just say make that putt. That's all you got to do. That's our resolution on this stream or on this channel for the year.
Oh, make that.
Make that
Make that
putt.
putt.
I should have prepped you for that one.
Make more
but yes, make that putt, guys. That's all we got to do this year, and we're gonna have a great season, right? All of us.
I was gonna say build a wall and a ramp, and you're good to go.
All right, guys. Wall, ramp, then you don't get shot on Fortnite. You got to keep your head protected. Build up over them. Always shoot down. Good luck in your next disc golf games, your next Fortnite games, as Austin would like to say. Peace out, guys. Thanks for watching. Make that putt.
Thanks, guys.